Hey you guys, a few months ago I did a video on a new synth program called Arcade, which is made by the company Output. And it was the first look for me. I just downloaded the program, so I didn't know it well at all. I was really just sort of playing with it, testing it out, and doing a video at the same time. So I have had a few months to play with it, to use it in some songs. Also, the company has done some great updates on the program, bringing in some cool new features and a lot of new sounds. Now, since I downloaded the program, I've probably used Arcade in every single song that I produced somewhere, some little bit, maybe some percussion or some other unusual sounds. There's a lot of cool things that Arcade does that I can't get out of any other synth. But so far, I've never actually tried to build something strictly out of Arcade. So today I want to do that. I just want to build a small idea, but I want to build it completely from Arcade. So you'll get a chance to see how the program works, some of the things that you can do with it, and we'll get a chance to see if I can actually build something of worth just out of Arcade. So here we go. So right now I have 4 instances of Arcade loaded. The first thing I want to do is come up with a beat. So here we go. So if you're not familiar with Arcade, it has all these great sounds in it. Each one of these is a different set of sounds. Every short while, Output will put out more sounds, and they'll send you a notification that there's a new sound for Arcade. Next time you open it in your session, that sound is already in the synth, ready to go. All right, so let's just take a look at beat elements and see what they have now. So for each one of these lines, you'll see for a bunch of different kits that you can choose from. And I can listen to them to see what they sound like before I download them to the computer. I can just check out a little snippet here. Is it cool? Like that. So what you'll see first of all is each one of these sounds, if you go to the key, you'll see that I'm triggering the key and you can see it on the screen. For instance, if I look at this one, this is the actual whole sample. So one of the things you can do, if you just want to like have a kick and you don't want it to roll over like that, you can. So I'm just going to keep that one kick out of this. Catch that last one. Get rid of snap. All right, so we'll start with that. All right, so there's a really cool set of sounds here that are called instead of hats. So it kind of is designed to do what a hat does in your sort of canvas of sounds, but they use different sounds in hats, or they just tweak the hats a little bit. So let's see what we have here that might be fun. Load that. And that's cool. That'll work. Weird. I love that. That's crazy. Throw that in for fun. All right, let's see what else we can do. Let me just see if I can find a bass or something like that that I like here. This is kind of fun. Let's check this. I love that first sound that I heard on that. One of the cool things they just added, these 2 octaves are where the actual sounds are, but down here, you can actually change the key. They didn't have that till just recently. So you actually have some power over the sample right there to play it in a more of a melodic fashion. Key. Okay. There we go, that's what I'm looking for. Oh, how does this work? Oh, here we go. Let's go, let's check that out. Alright, so let me find some kind of top element that might be fun. Let's try this. That's cool. This is the way to. Ooh, I like that. Kind of old school hip hop feel. I like that. That's good. That's fine. Okay, cool. Okay, so let me go to something else here, see what we can do. See what this will do. A minor. Okay, so I want to bring something out of this set of sounds because they just released this recently, Hooked. And it's really all about voices.
Anybody but you, but anybody else but anybody else but you.
Anybody else but anybody
else but anybody else but you. Anybody else but you. Anybody else but you. Anybody. You. Anybody else but you. Anybody else but you. I don't want anybody. You.
Here you go.
I don't want anybody else but you. 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 I don't want anybody else but you.
All right, let's just try this, see if I get anything out of it. See if something like that underneath it.
Anybody else but you. I don't want anybody else but you. I don't want anybody.
Okay. Throw a little Shadow Hills on that.
Anybody else but you. I don't want anybody else but you. I don't want anybody else but you. I don't want.
Okay, so what I've built here is questionable whether there's a lot of merit to it or not, but it does have a cool vibe. It also shows that, in my mind, that Arcade really has enough sounds built up in it now that you can really kind of go in there and use it exclusively if you wanted to. And as you can see, I've just scratched the surface playing with a couple of different sounds. So I think it's a super cool program. By the way, one of the things I didn't do here, but you should be aware you can do, is you can load your own samples into it. All right, you guys, until next time.